Good evening and welcome. I would like to open the public portion of the December 18th, 2025 Richfield Park Board of Education meeting. The time is now 7:05. Let's begin with a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Mr. Bicek, can you please read the Open Public Meetings Act?
Yes. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the public meetings of the bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this provision of this act, the Richfield Park Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, place thereof posted in the Bergen Record, Star Ledger, Municipal Building, Board of Education offices, and district website. Now, surrounding participation. Participation will be conducted both in person and virtually through Zoom. All public will be muted throughout the meeting. Public participation comments are limited to 5 minutes. The public will be able to both speak and be seen by the board when participating virtually or telephonically via Zoom. Individuals participating virtually that wish to make comments during the public participation will need to raise their hand by clicking the blue hand icon at the bottom of the Zoom window. Individuals participating by telephone that wish to make comments during the public participation will need to hit star 9 on their telephone to raise their hand. The administrator, board secretary, will then unmute individuals one at a time to speak in the order that the hand was raised.
Thank you, Mr. Bicek. May I please have a roll call?
Yes, Mr. Cooney.
Here.
Ms. Kraft.
Here.
Mr. Feitros.
Here.
Ms. McNeil.
Here.
Mr. Malou. Ms. Rodriguez.
Here.
Ms. Schmidt is absent. Ms. Velez.
Here.
Ms. Orth.
Here.
President Martinez.
Here, we have a quorum. Mr. Malou, can you please move the November 20th, 2025 meeting minutes?
Second.
May I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney.
Yes.
Ms. Kraft.
Yes.
Mr. Feitros.
Yes.
Ms. McNeil.
Yes.
Mr. Malou.
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez.
I abstain.
Ms. Velez.
Yes.
Ms. Orth.
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the minutes pass. The board received no formal correspondence from the public. Before we move on to committee reports, I'd like to note that today is Mr. Cooney's. It's also a recording in progress. I'd like to know that today is Mr. Cooney's last meeting as a trustee on the Richfield Park Board of Education. So I'd like to clap up for that. As you can imagine, I wrote a couple of words. And I'd like to note that, Brian, there's a 0% chance that I'm going to choke up while doing this, so please put your cell phone down. To say the district was at its lowest when Brian came onto the board 9 years ago is an understatement. Brian told me that when he first left the first of many 6-hour board meetings, and then sitting with members of a very divided and hostile board, he sat in his car and said, and I'm going to paraphrase because I know I'm in a school, "Oh my bleep, 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 what did I get myself into?" Throughout his first term, he did his best to be a vote and a voice of reason in a room that often lacked it. 3 years after the end of his first term, the district was at a real crossroads, where we were either going to continue with the chaos or we were going to start prioritizing our children's education. I never told him how happy I was when he told me out of nowhere that he was coming down to a board meeting, and afterwards that he was thinking about getting back in the game. Brian stepped up, and along with Trustee Kraft and Trustee Velez, started what is now a 4-year run of resounding election mandates, calling for the responsible, thoughtful, and ethical leadership that this board currently embodies. Many people don't know that when board trustees serve for the right reasons, they do so at great personal sacrifice. Everyone on this board has demanding full-time and sometimes second jobs. Some have small children, medical issues, or are taking care of ailing parents while doing this volunteer work on the board. Trustee Cooney has served this district through the sickness and the death of his father, being nearly homeless. I did choke up a little bit there. Being nearly homeless for close to a year when a construction project went awry, being ever present, including volunteer coaching on the sidelines of his two children's high school and college sports careers, and being a principal at a high school that has more students than our entire district. Having been a teacher, an administrator, a parent, and a taxpayer, he has shared his knowledge, his good ethical compass, and stable disposition to make this board and district better. There is no doubt that our success as a district has come from the efforts of each one of us here on the board, the administration, and of course our frontline staff. It has taken a village, and this village has stepped up. However, much as I abhor giving tall guys compliments, without question, my personal success as board president has been in large part the result of his thoughtful advice, his gifted temperament, and I'm going to ask Mr. Rovio to delete this next line from the vinyl video because he'll play it back to me over and over again. He's just really, really smart. Brian, Brev, and Bree, and especially your incredibly lucky wife, Iris, should be proud of what you've accomplished as a trustee of this community. I know for a fact that your dad, the original Mr. Cooney, a public servant himself, would be very proud as well. With that, I would like to express the heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the entire village, on behalf of this board, and the hundreds of students, including my three, that have benefited from your service. Thank you. If any board member would like to further swell Mr. Cooney's head right now, please feel free to do so.
I'm saddened that you're breaking the dream team, but I understand. And I thank you for taking me under your wing when I first decided that I wanted to be a board member. And for your family, for their love and support. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Trustee Cooney, I want to thank you for your leadership. And most importantly, I think you have been the voice of reason for this board for many, many years. I think oftentimes when things get hectic and crazy, you have always steered with a moral compass and a level of calm that I don't understand where it comes from, but I'm thankful for it because you have showed me that in times of chaos, you have to lead with humility and grace. And I appreciate those lessons that you've taught for me personally on this board. So thank you.
I'm not going to swell your head any further. I'm just going to say thank you. I do appreciate the effort that you put in. I don't think the public necessarily understands it all, as Dr. Martinez said. So thank you for your service and good luck. Enjoy all your free time.
Yeah.
Skipped over me.
Sorry.
Just, thank you for your services. I do admire you, your patience. Just thank you for everything that you do for the community and for the children of Ridgeville Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, for all you've done for the village and the school children. It's been my honor to have had the opportunity to get to know you over the last 2 years. Enjoy your Wednesday nights.
Nick, I think you're the longest serving member on the board, along with Brian.
Yeah. As Brian and I worked together a long time, and we may have not always agreed, but we've always been respectful of one another, and it's been a great pleasure working with him. And it's be a big loss for the community and the district. Thank you.
Well, I guess I have to say something nice. No, I will kind of reiterate what everybody has said here. Really, truly appreciate everything that you've done, especially coming on when you came on in the craziness, and for not just being the voice of reason, but for always having a smile on your face while you do it, which is not always easy when you're up here.
We will now move on. We will now move on to subcommittee reports, and we'll start, of course, with the amazing report from Mr. Cooney on buildings and grounds.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. President Martinez, sorry.
President Doctor.
First of all, thank you all for the kind words. That was very nice.
President Martinez, thank you, and ChatGPT for that speech. The pleasure has been all mine, and I couldn't have asked to work with a better group of people. It's just professionalism, mutual respect that everyone has here, and um, just understanding that things run a certain way, things get changed, and we respect, even if we disagree, like Trustee Feitro said, we agree to disagree and we do it respectfully, and that's how things work, and that's how we move forward. So thank you so much, and I know that this district is in good hands. It's been an absolute pleasure. One of the major marks for this past term for me was the hiring of a superintendent, and I think we got a really good one. And he's put together a really good team as well. So my confidence level will remain high, with the leadership of Dr. V and the governance of the district, and as well as the leadership with President Dr. Martinez and the trustees who do a wonderful job. So thank you so much. I'm gonna miss it. I'm not. I'm gonna miss seeing you all. But I wish you all the best. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and thank you to the people in the community. Thank you for trusting in me for these 3 years and the 3 years that I did prior. I hope I served you well, and I know this board will continue to serve you well. So thank you. Thanks. B&G report. We met on January 12th. Excuse me. Rod grant updates. Mr. Egu reviewed the final installation of the rooftop units, and connecting the various ductwork is scheduled to be completed with the necessary electrical work. Final gas and BMS system will be completed over the holiday break. No facility updates at this current moment. Technology update concerning the E-rate. For those of you who don't know, E-rate is a U.S. Federal Communications Commission program providing discounts between 20 up to 90% for schools and libraries to get affordable internet access, Wi-Fi, and internal network equipment. So the E-rate allocation for the next 5 years has been confirmed for us at $451,113. The district will receive 80% of these funds once allocated through E-rate to confirm the work needed. These funds are only used for the cable upgrades. ESIP. Mr. Eagle reviewed the ESIP consultation to help make improvements to various upgrades for LED improvements throughout the district. My apologies. ESIP is the acronym Energy Savings Improvement Program. The ESIP consultant will review if the district can apply for the various rebates on previous work that is completed. The ESIP consultant will notify the district if this process has enough savings for the district long term. That concludes the B&G report. Thank you. And I left out my family before. I want to thank them also for dealing with me when I come home stressed out or not stressed out, but supporting this, supporting what I have done here with the board. So thank you. Thank you.
Inspiring report as always. Finance and Insurance, Trustee McNeil.
Thank you. The Finance Committee met on December 8th. Dr. V, Ms. Triglia, Mr. Beisig, Mr. Matisich, VP Orth, and Trustees Velez, Malul, and myself were in attendance. We reviewed the collaborative federal monitoring update. Feels like we've been talking about this one for a long time, but we believe that the cap was closed out last week. We'll get confirmation on that at next month's meeting. We also discussed the negative meal balances update. The schools are attempting to collect those balances from families as we speak, and we are talking about the much older balances and how we account for that in the budget go forward. We reviewed preschool vendor backup and changes to the process that were made to ensure that we are getting the correct backup from our partner preschools in the district as we funnel funds to them to administer our preschool program. The October bills list and transfers were reviewed, as was the E-rate funding update that Mr. Cooney just referred to. Mr. Matisich had worked on an investment resolution that's in tonight's agenda, and that is some of the reserve account money that we have. He will be able to invest that so that there's some level of income on that money that's not actively being used for operating expenses. Additionally, the district did some analysis on cell phones and hotspots to deliver about $18,000 annual savings, which was a good activity for them to do. The architect presentation was moved to January. We have the auditors here today to go over the findings from the audit, and also we had the corrective action plan that came out to the entire board, and you'll hear the whole audit from Mr. Baresi, so I'm not going to go through the summary on it. The last item that we talked about was the 2026-27 budget preparation. We're halfway through this school year, and the administration has started that preparation of next year's budget so that we can take a look at it. Our next meeting is January 12th.
Thank you, Trustee McNeil. Faculty and programs, Trustee Kraft.
Good evening. The Faculty and Programs Committee met on December 9th. Present were Dr. Vespignani, Ms. Striglia, Ms. Wright, myself, President Martinez, Trustee Rodriguez, and Trustee Velez. We started off our meeting with representatives from EduStaff who gave us a quarterly report about the fill rates and sub-candidate pools. We're happy to report that our pools are full and doing well in meeting the needs of the district. So that was a great report. We discussed the chronic absenteeism. Two of our 4 schools were on corrective action plans with regards to chronic absenteeism, and all 4 schools have decreased their chronic absenteeism. Lincoln has been taken off their corrective action plan, and the senior high school has made improvements. Still has a little bit ways to go, but they're working very diligently to close that gap. We discuss on the agenda the after-school academic intervention programs, the mentoring programs, and the ESL extended day programs, and the AccuPlacer personnel and the staff recommended for these programs. We were thrilled to hear about the creation of a Title I executive functioning program that's going to focus solely on grades 4 through 6 and providing them with support in developing executive functioning skills. Clear criteria will be set for these students and used to select students, and it will start at Roosevelt School. We got an update on the Governor Educator of the Year. All schools will be participating, and the teachers and staff will be announced this upcoming Friday, and they will be celebrated at our January 21st board meeting. And the last thing on our agenda was the MSU Education Leadership Cohort. We are happy to report that we have 6 to 7 members participating in the cohort beginning in January, and members of our administrative team will be serving as adjunct faculty. Our next meeting is on January 13th, 2026.
Thank you very much, Trustee Kraft. Negotiations, Trustee McNeil.
Thank you. The negotiation committee met today. Prior to this meeting, Dr. Vespignani, Mr. Beisig, Mr. Disler, Dr. Martinez, Trustees Velez and Feitros were in attendance. The meeting was centered around putting our proposal together for the proposal exchange that is scheduled for January 9th.
Thank you. And without further ado, the superintendent's report. Oh, I thought that was going to be part of you. Before the superintendent's report, Alex, would you like to give us our update as to how we're doing on the audit?
Sure. Thank you, Board President. Alex Burries from Lurch, Fincy, and Bliss. We just completed your 2024-25 audit. Everyone should have received 2 documents, the first being the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report, the ACFR, and the AMR, which is the Auditor's Management Report. The ACFR contains 3 opinions, all of which are unmodified, and your unmodified opinion is the highest level that can be obtained. We identify no material weaknesses and no significant deficiencies. Usually I go over your general fund balance, which is the operating fund of the district. So your fund balance in general fund increased from 13, I'm going to use approximate numbers here, from 13.4 million to approximately 16.6 million at year end June 30th, 25. But of the 16.6 million, there are some restrictions. And I'll just run down all the restrictions first. The first is excess surplus of approximately 1.4 million. Excess surplus is the amount above and beyond the 2% cap that the state allows you to keep in your unassigned fund balance. So the excess surplus that was generated in 24-25 will be used as a budgeted revenue in your 26-27 budget, which you'll be preparing in a few months. Capital reserve, you have approximately 11.7 million. Capital reserve is restricted for capital projects that are in your long-range facilities plan only. Maintenance reserve, you have approximately 1.5 million. Again, this reserve is restricted for any required maintenance projects. Tuition reserve, 500,000. This is designated for any adjustments to your tuition with your sending and receiving district. Year-end encumbrances of 71,000. These are your purchase orders that are open at 24-25 that roll into your current 25-26 school year, where the goods and services have never received. And lastly, your unassigned fund balance of approximately 1.4 million. This is the 2% state max amount with any allowable adjustments that the state allows you to keep and use for any purpose. No restrictions on that. So overall, the district did increase 3.1 million fund balance from the previous year, and is in a very good position financially. As far as the recommendations, in 24-25, we had 6 recommendations, 4 of them which were repeats that I discussed in detail with the Finance Committee at the December, I believe, 8th meeting. There was 10 recommendations in 23-24's audit, so there was some improvement there in resolving some of the recommendations from the 23-24 school year. Also in 23-24, we had 2 significant deficiencies that were also cleared up in the 24-25 audit. As Ms. Mitchell stated earlier, there is a corrective action plan on the agenda tonight that will address all 6 of the 24-25 recommendations. If there's any questions about fund balance or the recommendations, I can take those at this time.
On the board?
I would just like to thank you for the audit and the discussion in committee. I got my questions answered in the committee meeting, so I'm appreciative of the audit. The 4 repeat, don't like to see repeats, but I know that there's a corrective action plan that is being approved, so that should take care of it. Thank you.
Any other questions on the audit from the board?
Can I ask a question? Who's charged with overseeing the corrective action plan and making sure that we're following suit so that we don't have repeats again moving forward?
Thank you for your question, Trustee Kraft. So, under my supervision of the business administrator and his department, so it's effectively my responsibility to ensure that the corrective action plan is implemented, but the specifics and the actual components of the plan are overseen by the business administrator and some of his team members, which is outlined in the corrective action plan in terms of the responsibilities.
Thank you. Any other questions on the audit? Mr. Feitros, any questions?
No, not at this time.
Thank you. Okay. Alex, thank you very much. I would assume that when the board goes through this packet in a little more depth, there may be other questions that we will forward to you or to the Finance Committee.
Sure,
But
no problem.
thank you very much for your work and your long-standing work. You've been with us for a long time.
Yeah,
I've
thank
seen
you.
this.
And then just I want to say thanks to the superintendent's office and the business office, for their full cooperation throughout the whole process too. So,
Thank you. Thank you,
thanks.
sir. And now, without further ado, the superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Martinez. Great to be with everyone this evening. First, I respectfully submit the HIB report that was presented to the board in executive session. In addition, and HIB related, twice per year, schools and districts have requirements to report information to the state through the Student Safety Data System. As examples, the report shall include the number of seclusion, restraints, reports of HIB, the nature of HIB, training conducted, or programs implemented to reduce HIB. This must also be documented on a board agenda through summary. And this data is from the 24-25 school year for the reporting period of January 1st through June 30th. So to break it down a bit, in terms of incident review during the second reporting period, the district documented incidents across all required categories, including specified categories as outlined in the SSDS, which may include violence, vandalism, substance abuse, weapons, seclusions, restraints, harassment, intimidation, and bullying. All incidents were reported across all school levels and entered into the system. In terms of HIB findings, HIB investigations were conducted during this period with confirmed cases documented in the state reporting system. Staff participated in trainings and students engaged in HIB prevention programs at various schools. And in terms of disciplinary responses, disciplinary actions may include student removal from classrooms and school settings. And small number of restraints were used at one elementary school with no seclusions reported district-wide. So Mr. Basic, please let the minutes reflect that the district has reported the information in the state system, and it's also been documented on this agenda. Also, as outlined in the superintendent's report, in sharing of good news, the recent NJ CUSAC interim report. Recently, the district received a notification from the state. You may recall that we were initially placed in September 2024 due to not meeting the 80% requirement in the specific area of instruction and program. So we were at 65%. We then went through an additional interim process with the county department, and I'm pleased to report that we were able to increase that to 82%, subsequently meeting at least 80% of the weighted indicators in each of the 5 areas of the NJ CUSAC review. And as a result, we have been designated as a high-performing district. The commissioner will recommend to the State Board of Education that the district be certified as providing a thorough and efficient system of education for a period of 3 years. So needless to say, that's really exciting news. The reward is, as I noted, it's every 3 years. We initially went through CUSAC in 23-24. So interestingly, this year's data will be used for the 26-27 school year CUSAC review when we're back up. But in good news, some districts just stay in a perpetual CUSAC review. We have a bit of a rest period here. Just to point to some specifics, there are various categories in instruction and program, and specific improvements in those areas were in terms of student growth and moving the needle in terms of proficiency. And quite frankly, unless a district is moving that needle, it's near impossible to get a passing score in this indicator. So we're very pleased with the progress that we're making, understanding that there's still significant work to be done. But also, not present this evening, Assistant Superintendent Ms. Triglia, all of the work that she and her department and, administrators, supervisors have gone through in terms of improving our INRS process, improving our curriculum resources. All of this hard work and due diligence has gone into increasing to get the passing score. So, we're really excited, and, certainly, small wins like this should be recognized and celebrated. So we wanted to make sure that we documented it on the agenda, but also shared with the board and the community this evening.
Pause and clap it up. Yeah. Big deal.
And as noted on the agenda, we do have a corrective action plan for chronic absenteeism, and we heard from Trustee Kraft from the Faculty Program and Personnel Committee, as it was reported appropriately in that committee, that we, in all 4 schools, we had decreases in our students who were chronically absent. This is more than 10% of the school year students who are absent. So last year we had 2 schools who were on a corrective action plan. And as noted, Lincoln Elementary School was able to move from 12.2 to 9.8 below the 10% threshold. Grant and Roosevelt, who were not on a corrective action plan, also decreased their scores to remain not under a cap. And although the junior senior high school will be implementing the cap as recommended on this agenda, they did have a significant decrease from 19.1 to 14.8. District-wide, we had approximately 3.1 decrease, percentage decrease, and you might say, well, 3.1, that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you take a look at the amount of students who have moved from being chronically absent to not being chronically absent, that number has a little bit more weight. It becomes a little bit more significant. So, I just wanted to pause and thank our administrators who have been really focused on developing programs to address student absenteeism, and also to our families, for supporting this to ensure that our students get to school on time. As they say, you have to be in it to win it. And, it's important that students are, of course, in the chairs each day. So more good news on that. I also wanted to share that the district newsletter, in fact, the last one for the year, not the academic year, but for 2025, will be released tomorrow. So please tune in for that. And as also noted on the faculty and program committee, we went through the process to nominate and ultimately select our Governor Educator of the Year representatives. I'm pleased to share that each of our schools will have 2, one being a teacher and the second being an education services professional. I've been in contact to congratulate all those 8 individuals, and we look forward to welcoming them on the Wednesday, January 21st board meeting to celebrate with their families and friends and colleagues. So we look forward to that meeting. In school news, of course, our pre-K 6 buildings, our pre-K students across the district had a special visit from a local dentist to teach them about the importance of oral hygiene. Our PTA and schools have been active with holiday gift shops, winter dances, breakfast with Santa, and of course, we've had our slate of holiday performances. Had the opportunity to attend quite a few of them, and as always, a great job to our fine and performing arts staff for a job well done. Really, really great. And in terms of the junior senior high school report, I wanted to welcome our student reps, Soleil and Katie, for the report. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Soleil Castro, the Student Government Secretary.
And I'm Katie Higgins, the Senior Class Secretary, and we're very excited to be joining you at tonight's meeting.
December has been very busy at RPHS with many events that build morale, boost spirit, and create a culture that truly makes one know what it means to be a Scarlet.
First, our Scarlet community rallied last week for a fundraiser supporting Mr. Savino. Students donated $1 to wear a hat in school, while teachers donated $5 to wear jeans. Together, we raised over $1,500. Additionally, over 400 cards were delivered to Mr. Savino to show his support from his Scarlet family.
Scarlet Fairy Day occurred this week. Students from Little Fairy shadowed current RP students. The students came to see and hear all about the wonderful things that we have at Richfield Park High School. They had the opportunity to attend a variety of classes, learn about our clubs, sports, and get all of their questions answered.
Earlier this month, Model UN attended Mass MUNC 5 at Master School. Over 300 students participated from over 20 schools throughout New York City and New York State, with only a handful from Jersey. Senior Jean Gilfranda won Outstanding Delegate in the UNHCR committee representing Myanmar. The topic was climate refugees. Junior Sienna Sanquesa won verbal accommodation for her role as Abigail Williams in the Salem witch trials, and Junior Abner Sosa won verbal accommodation as the delegate representing India in the DISEC committee.
ML students completed a project where groups selected a charity and created an infographic and audio describing the organization. Their work has been compiled on a published website. Every donation can support our students as well as these charities.
Earlier this month, our course teacher, Mr. Leucci, and band conductor, Mr. Goodman, led 2 amazing holiday concerts for the junior high and high school. It went just as planned and they had a great concert. The Chirp Cafe as well had a concession stand where all proceeds went to the Royal Scarlets.
This week, the senior student government created a holiday spirit week for the week before holiday break. We picked fun themes like Teacher Student Swap Day, Twin Tuesday, Theme Day Holiday Edition, Festive PJ Day, and lastly Candy Cane Day, where you wear your grade's assigned colors such as red or white. It was very exciting to see everyone dressed up and going all out for Spirit Week. This Friday, December 19th, is our Winter Pep Rally. All of our high schoolers will be joining to have the best time and support our winter sports.
As we start with our winter athletic season, we are excited to share several updates.
The Scarlets girls volleyball team, bowling team is in a rebuilding year and will be led by sophomore captain Sienna Soneras, while the boys have 4 quality bowlers returning, including senior captain Connor Patricio and the addition of the freshman phenomenon Brandon Uloya.
The Ridgefield Park Winter Track Team begins its season today in Rockland County, New York. The team is looking forward to competing in various meets throughout New Jersey and New York.
Winter cheer is gearing up for an exciting season. The basketball cheer team had their first game last night, cheering on the boys' team and debuting their new uniforms, which arrived just in time. The competition team completed their choreography last month and has been working on hard, preparing for their first meet against Riverdale.
The boys' basketball team is excited to get their season started this week. Though we only returned 2 starters and a few players with the varsity experience, our practices and scrimmage games have been spirited and have provided us with lots of positive optimism heading into the season. Cameron Hanna and Francisco then have rightfully established themselves as our team captains, and their leadership has certainly enhanced the quick development of the underclassmen. We certainly appreciate all the support of the administration, staff, and community, and most importantly, our student body fan base. Hope to see you at some of the games rooting on our team in the near future.
The Lady Scarlets basketball program is enthusiastic about the upcoming season. Senior captains Nadia Otuliello, Ivana Caperso, and Alex Paul have set a strong standard for leadership, commitment, and teamwork within the program. With a promising group of young talent and a team culture centered on character and effort, the Lady Scarlets are poised for an exciting, competitive, and fun season.
The boys and girls wrestling seasons are underway. The boys team is led by seniors Isaiah Carrion, Alex Cruz, Xavier Robinson, and Kevin Velasquez, all of whom placed at their Garfield Holiday Tournament this past weekend. The girls team is the largest in school's history, with over 20 girls coming out for the team. The girls placed 3rd at the Garfield Tournament out of 26 teams from all across New Jersey. Gabby Correa was a tournament champion, Sheena Castillo Plaza placed 2nd, Bella Vargas, Sofia Garcia, and Ashley Viela placed 3rd, and Chaselyn Hechevarria and Cyan Ortiz placed 4th. 4 girls will be competing in the Sam Cali National Tournament over holiday break. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your report. And to close my superintendent's report, I wanted to wish everyone a very happy and healthy holiday season and break. We will soon be releasing the district holiday card on behalf of the board and the administration. At central office, we were able to go through a voting process, and I'm pleased to report that Leah Crawford's submission will be featured in this year's district holiday card, so we'll be sending it out shortly. I wanted to excuse our student reps. Thank you for joining this evening, and so concludes my report. Thank you, President Martinez.
Thank you, ladies. We will now move to listen to citizens' comments on agenda. Do we have anyone signed up? What? Sorry? We have no one to elevate? Okay. I will close the public comment period. If anybody did have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. We'll now move on to our agenda items. We do not have policy. Trustee Kraft, can you please move faculty and programs 1001 to 1007?
I make a motion to move FP 1001 to FP 1007.
Second.
Do you have any questions or comments? May I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee Cooney, can you please move buildings and grounds, 1101 and 1102?
Buildings and Grounds Resolution 1101 and 1102. I so move.
Second.
Ooh, that was a dead tie. Never had a tie before.
Berlinda.
Berlinda, holding.
She didn't say
Oh, no?
Berlinda.
Who was it, Jody?
Jody?
Second.
All right, it's Berlinda second.
Sorry.
Do we have any questions or comments on buildings and grounds? Seeing none, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Before we move finance and insurance, Mr. Bison, can you please read into the record 1218?
Yes. Resolved that the Ridgefield Board of Education, upon a record of superintendent, approves an agreement for an additional aid to support student ID number 733-483-7740 for services that are noted in the attachment.
Thank you. Trustee McNeil, can you please move finance and insurance 1201 to 1220?
I move finance and insurance 1201 to 1220, including the read-in resolution.
Second.
Any questions on finance and insurance? Seeing none, may I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes. Abstention 1205.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee Malou, can you please move consent agenda 1301?
Yes, Mr. President, I move the consent agenda, item number 1301.
Second.
Any questions or comments on consent agenda? Seeing none, can I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou, Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
President Martinez. Sorry, Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. Trustee Rodriguez, can you please move 1401 to 1412?
I so move 1401, resolution 1401 to 1412.
Second.
Any questions or comments from the board on personnel? Seeing none, may I please have a roll call?
Mr. Cooney,
Yes.
Ms. Kraft,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Ms. McNeil,
Yes.
Mr. Malou,
Yes.
Ms. Rodriguez,
Yes.
Ms. Velez,
Yes.
Ms. Orth,
Yes.
President Martinez.
Yes, and the resolutions pass. We will now listen to citizens' comments off agenda. Do we have any present?
Oh.
Very dramatic.
Who's going to take his place?
Stand up.
You're closest, Mr. Malou, you're closest. Anyone to elevate? No? Again, questions or comments, my email is available online. Please reach out. And with that, I think I have a 45-minute speech on Brian again. No. May I please have a motion to close the meeting?
I make a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
Happy
All in
holidays,
favor, good night.
everyone.
Happy
Night,
holidays.
everyone. Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Good night.